thought experiment. That was it. Of course, for all right, let's start over. Haha, thought experiment.
And now we have a sting for the beginning. Yes.
I was going to try to make a tantalizing intro for the half pint here. I think it was the other day when we were chatting in that WhatsApp group when KJ said, you could just call me for a Teams meeting because then we would both be in a meeting and nobody would bother us because we were sitting discussing some electronics because we are doing offshore wind substations. So if you every now and then mention voltage and resistance or cables, then people I was probably talking about something relevant for work and they would leave us alone. But that got me thinking, how would we work together if we work together? I mean, I can't really see what that would be because I don't see any overlapping project where we could be on other sides of the table. Could there be projects that we were working together, and how would that work? I mean, I don't think I'm the easiest one to manage. So we should be on equal levels, I think, because
I'm very much of a rogue agent when it comes to that as well.
I don't think it would work.
Well, that depends. If we could divide the project into easily identified different parts and we can work on them separately and then make it fit together somehow, then it might work.
But that's basically not, that's stretching working together.
Yeah.
Because you're working separately on separate different things, but that I think would work, and that is my dream scenario. That is to just get to the point where I don't have to manage anyone else or anyone's expectations other than this task is yours. Do it. And then, of course, I understand, all right, that's what I need to do, and I can just go and do it, and I don't have to rely on anyone. But that job doesn't very much correlate with the pay grade of having more responsibility and,
the responsibilities.
I think I could work with you both on a metalwork project. I think that would be okay. And I think I could definitely work with you both on anything that involved a computer. I think if we were doing a woodworking project together, I don't think that could work for me.
In what sense?
Well, I just don't think you would do the woodworking as I would like the woodworking done.
Whereas, are you saying that I'm sloppy?
No, not at all.
I was thinking, how far do you stretch the woodworking? I mean, are you... I was thinking, are you like in arborist work or even gardening? I could see that. I mean, letting me loose at anything there would drive you nuts. But
oh no, I could definitely set you two on the gardens, no problem.
Yeah,
let you loose. Go do that, and then I'll go and do some woodworking.
Yeah,
I'll go to the workshop.
Oh no, is that rain? All right, I'll go back to my workshop. Yeah, we don't see you in 3 days.
So would there be anything that you would be able to work with me on comfortably, do you think? Work with me on comfortably, not work on me.
Comfortably?
Comfortably.
Oh, no. It depends on a personal level or professional. I think I would have no problem with that. And of course, I mean, when we discussed like doing the soapbox race or something like that, I think, I mean, having the common understanding that this is gonna be fun, and then we just, it's not necessarily the end result, but actually the process and actually doing the project together, that I think would work beautifully. But yeah, if you have a project in mind, for some woodworking, and then we were going to do that together, of course. Yeah, but that will not make it into the end product that I am visualized, and I think that might be the biggest struggle.
No, that's a really good point, actually. If it was something like the soapbox, which was, something that none of us have ever done, that probably would be a fun thing to work on together, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
As long as it looks like I want it to look like at the
end.
Yeah. I mean, it would have to be a project that is not one single person's.
Yeah.
Because if it's my project, then I want it to be the way I want it to be.
Yeah.
And if it's your project, then I would be afraid to mess it up for you, so I wouldn't dare take too wide swings, so to say.
Yeah.
But if it were our project, then I could play around and allow you to play around as well.
Yeah. Who would edit the end video? Or edit your own versions.
I mean, that would be really fun to actually make something and do your own videos at the same time, so you can see in the background someone else filming. And
yeah, it would definitely.
Can you shut up? I'm trying to explain what I'm doing. So am I.
Stop talking. I want to get the bloody table saw running here.
But that is really fun, though. I've seen that in a few makers when they have a meetup. Like I think it was people just joining DiResta a week or two before the maker thingamabob they have up in the woods of New York there. And of course, then you have people in the background was set up with their cameras and talking, and okay, we should move because he's making a reel for whatever, and they're working together on something, but they're making separate videos on it with different takes and angles. So yeah, it's a bit like Maker Central as well, and it's very easy to spot the content creators because they are there to mingle, but sometimes you see them like going full creator mode and like, just give me 2 minutes, and then they just make a reel or something because they're very hung up in the background. I need to get that in, and then they're obviously doing several takes of something, and then I'm back. It's like, all right, you went full work mode there for 2 minutes. Okay, that's fine.
I would actually like to do a collaboration with both of you at some point, and I think that would be great fun. Maybe one year we forget the maker festivals and just have a weekend together in one of the workshops and make together. I think that'd be good fun.
Yeah,
and then, as you said, I mean, something we haven't done before, and maybe I was thinking, okay, we could do a collaboration with like the Vasa ship wood. That's not the Vasa ship in any shape or form for legal
purposes.
But yeah, it would be cool to go into the Swedish forest, and of course, like we talked about it earlier, building the raft and sail down the river. But I mean, also like I have never done like cutting a slab on a sawmill or something. But yeah, that is. That would have been cool, like something like that. Just doing some sort of labor and then just to drink a lot of beer and have fun. And
definitely. So we'll head over to Thomas's, shall we?
Invite ourselves.
Although I think I discovered the other day you actually don't need a sawmill. You can, if you just hold your new chainsaw straight, it cuts pretty good anyway.
Yeah, why do they use those jigs and so on? It's just a freehanded, isn't it? It's like cutting a hedge, isn't it? You just hold the saw out to the side and you walk a bit. I mean, how hard can that be? Yeah.
I mean, in the before days, they made planks with axes.
Yeah.
So how straight could that be?
I actually cut 3.
Yeah, I mean, after you've dried it and so on, you need to put it through the planer anyways. I mean, Why spend all that time on that huge bandsaw that needs oil and lubrication and that breaks all the time? By the looks of it. So,
I cut 3 slabs off that log the other day, just for fun, and they all came out pretty even. Actually, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
So you're happy with your new saw?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I've had a chainsaw for years. I mean, the last one I'd had for 15 years, and it was second hand when I got it, so I don't know how old it was. But I don't think I'd ever attempted to cut a log lengthways before. I've always just logged them, basically. But no, the new one worked perfectly well. And it's certainly not the biggest or the most powerful in the range, but not the weakest or the cheapest either. So,
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's great fun. I've got loads of logs to make firewood out of at the weekend as well, if I get round to it.
Nice.
Yeah. For each piece of firewood or slab you make, though, it does make an equivalent amount of sawdust at the side of it. So I do need a tarpaulin as well to catch all the sawdust because it's so bloody messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I've seen you can get those log presses for like, and this is a cumbersome process, but some people do it. They take all the newspapers and ads and pamphlets that they get, and they just wet them in a bucket for God knows how long, and then just squeeze it together to a log. But I mean, you should get a press for like sawdust, because if you do any kind of work with a chainsaw, you end up with copious amounts of sawdust, and if you could press those into like fire bricks, that would be really nifty.
Massive compression for that, though.
Yeah, those are not cheap.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
Yeah, but you just need a mold. Yeah. I always wanted like a 20-ton, like the small press for the workshop. So you just need a frame mold for that. I mean, that should be enough, and then of course you put a little motor oil in it to bind it together and help it burn, and maybe some resin, and of course then it's going to be an expensive fire brick. But
exactly. Every year, talking about presses, every year I keep wanting to make a fruit press, but never quite get around to it in time when all the apples and stuff are falling. So I'd quite like to make some cider. But I actually bought, well over a year ago, a bottle jack, 2-ton bottle jack to use for the compression as opposed to winding it down on a screw.
Yeah.
Just squeeze the juice out of it, shouldn't it?
I saw someone do that, and that is brilliant, because we process apple once a year at my wife's family, and of course the press is annoying because you have to use those spacer blocks, and of course they jam up, and you have to and I saw someone using a jack for that, but I also saw someone, because you have the hand cranked like the grinder to make it into like a pulp before you press it.
Oh yeah.
And that is, of course, annoying because you're doing it by hand, but someone need to hold it in place over the bucket, or you need to make a stand for it. And I always thought it'd be cool to have an electric motor. But then I saw someone that, they just took the wheel off and then just used the chuck of a battery-powered drill and just put that on the end of the axles, because a new drill today has a lot of torque. So that worked beautifully. So, and I have those, so that's going to be tried this autumn. I'm just going to bring all my batteries and a drill, and when it's my turn, I can't be bothered with that. I'm just going to hook it on and
When you make your juice every year, do you take the pip? Do you core the apple first?
No.
Okay, because I think there are toxins in the actual apple pips. I think they core them for cider making.
But we don't make cider. I can see it maybe be no. I don't. No. Well, at least we haven't done it, and I think probably.
And you've not died, so
yeah,
it's all right then, isn't it?
That being said, I don't drink it either because I don't like it. So just take it. No, because we make it, and then a few bottles get drunk straight away, but the rest is put in the freezer, so you just have like old milk cartons with apple juice.
Does anybody drink it?
Yeah, my wife's family are still alive and well.
Yeah,
well,
fair enough.
Most of them. But I think Any issues is not related to the Apple. So
Well, not that it's been proven. Maybe it's worth looking into.
yeah, maybe it turns out like people. Yeah, I have actually been feeling a bit on this the last couple of years, but I thought I shouldn't say anything. So it turns out, yeah, that's the Apples. Yeah, need to Google that.
I just had a quick glance down at my phone, and I've had a new follower on Instagram, and this guy's followed me 3 times over the last 2 weeks. I don't know whether he keeps unfollowing me by accident or what.
Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
Yeah, it surprised me a couple of weeks ago when he followed me. I thought, I thought you followed me anyway. It's just happened 3 more times since.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. I just watched now, and I got a new follower, and it's McKenna Workshop Creations over at TikTok. So there is a few people.
Oh, I just got him as well.
doing a
Shamey.
crossover. So I'm actually inching towards actually having more followers on TikTok than on Instagram.
Never mind.
It didn't happen as fast as I thought, but yeah, to put up some more nudes, and then it should be home free.
I got a follow from Shamey on TikTok today as well. And he's off to Maker Central again this year, KJ.
Nice.
Unlike some.
That's the annoying thing, though, when you get period, and let's end it there. Yeah, that's just annoying.
Come on, carry on.
Yeah, when you get that, someone's followed you. Of course, you get it on your locked screen on your phone, and then you open up and like, oh yeah, just a follower for No.1 Crude mistakes, because I get those notifications as well, as I'm now the administrator of that account. So yeah, most of the new followers are actually dropping in there, which is nice though. But they could follow me as well. I mean, hello. There should be an auto follow button. So if you watched more than 3 seconds of my videos, you're automatically followed, or else you have to it's that tab at below. You have to tick off here if you don't want to be a follower, and in small letters. That being said, though, I shouldn't complain. It hasn't gone down very much the last couple of weeks, so that's good.
What's that, your subscribers or your followers or all of it?
Yeah, subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's
You've been fluctuating a little bit, haven't you? Just lately.
Yeah, but it's always been 2 up, 2 down. But it's I mean, over time it evens out. So
yeah.
So it is what it is.
Yeah, you can't do much more than try. If you don't want to pimp out and.
Hey, changing a watch battery video still climbing, by the way. That's doing more views than anything at the moment.
Yeah.
It should be simpler. That's the answer.
Make commercials.
The world's fastest battery watch changing Rolex Omega. Yeah, to make a video.
Sells really well on Etsy.
I changed this battery on the Rolex I got from Etsy. Yeah. Says IKEA on the glass.
Whilst I was sat in IKEA.
Yeah. Eating meatballs. Yeah, that's yeah.
IKEA Rolex.
IKEA Rolex hack.
Could you pull that off? Having that as the heading for your video, just the most clickbaity title ever, and that being the title of your video. I mean, you're not lying; you're being completely honest. And then you can make a video about anything, basically, because you just said it's a clickbaity title.
Try it.
I think we moved past that. I think we're in the not clickbait or what's post-clickbaity society.
Yes. But talking about... There is no, maybe not a natural segue here, but anyhow, I read an article. There is a lady, and she makes YouTube videos about, I think it's some financial, I mean, she's explaining different aspects of finance. And of course, YouTube, they pay you a set of amount of money per 1,000 views. And of course, there are some other variables there as well, so it's not always easily comparable. But as an experiment, she took the exact same videos, and she made an account on Pornhub, and she uploaded them there. But of course, it's just videos of her doing like financial things, so there's exact same videos. But it turns out Pornhub pays 3 times as much in ad revenue per 1,000 views than YouTube does. And of course, when you're hearing about people posting foot pictures on OnlyFans and so on, it just goes to show that there are people who are turned on by very narrow niches out there. So there are actually enough people sitting out there like, oh, financial statement, oh yeah. And she makes 3 times as much money on those videos than on YouTube. So
try it, do it.
I mean, could we upload? I mean, is there a narrow niche for people getting off of 3 guys rambling on in a podcast? Should we just put up an episode on Pornhub and see how many clicks you get?
Should we do it topless, or?
I think you should put one of your videos on Pornhub and make a video about putting your video on Pornhub.
You know, that's actually a decent idea.
Yeah.
I'm Hellcorder goes Pornhub. Yeah, that's
yeah. And then that's something else to add to your LinkedIn, isn't it?
Watch me play my pipes. Yeah, that would be so cool. Putting like Pornhub content creator on LinkedIn. That would.
Yeah.
It's almost worth it for that alone. But yeah, that
might alienate you a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, but I have. Of course, you can find behind the mistakes on Facebook, and that's because I made a page there to keep the name, and I did the same on TikTok. But of course, I'm dumping videos there.
And threads.
But I mean, yeah, it would have been cool to check out. I mean, how do you make an account on Pornhub, and how does that actually work from the inside?
Do you
as a
claim
creator?
that you need to make a lot of research in this on this topic?
Well, I mean, there are 2 ends or 2 sides on Pornhub. I think you have the user interface, which probably a lot of people are familiar with, but as a content creator, people are using YouTube as well, but when you make a creator account, of course, you get your dashboard and your analytics, community tab, and so on. And I'm just guessing that would be the same for Pornhub as well, because there is a lot of content creators. They are uploading and they're getting statistics, and you need AdSense because they do get paid for this. Yeah. So,
are there people making adult videos just for fun, the way we are making build videos just for fun?
Well, to be fair, it sounds like more fun, doesn't it? I mean, if you're brave enough, I mean.
The question is,
to have a few views might be even more damaging to your self-esteem.
Yeah, but then again, would you get demonetized? Because of course, in my YouTube videos, down in the description, I put, of course, links to all the other socials. So it's Instagram, TikTok, and then if you have a link to Pornhub there, like how would that
That might be frowned
go
upon.
through the screening process as YouTube?
I think you're just going to have to find out all about this, Haavard.
To be fair, it's tantalizing just for an experiment and a video. Just I just made a Pornhub account for my just to see if people.
So now we just have to decide which of his videos is the sexiest one.
Yeah, and you watch if you make any money on how many other makers join in on that.
Yeah, it's the new thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns out it's not Blue Sky or any of the others. It's like, Pornhub is a way to go.
I mean, it would be rather fun if the maker community flooded that.
Just completely diluted it.
Yeah. I mean, sure, we can't really flood it, but take a percentage at least.
Well, I think you need a lot of makers to dilute that. I think the vast majority, I think, I'm not sure. That would be interesting to Google as well. Are there more videos on YouTube than on Pornhub? That's interesting.
How many minutes are uploaded every minute and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
How many porn videos do you think there'd be on YouTube if they were allowed?
Oh boy, that's the only way it's kept the way it is, that they have a zero tolerance for that kind of thing.
Yeah, but then of course it's back to how does it actually work to make a creator, because it's a specific niche, if you can call it that. And did I want to have porn in my feed on YouTube? It's like it's not an element I've missed, and it's not like an element I want to screw up my algorithm for things. Then you have KitchenAid, John Deere tractors, and
boobs.
Maybe you're into this and some narrow niche of tractor porn, something like. Nope.
I could get into the Tractors and Tits channel.
You know what? I just fell down the rabbit hole. I'm just looking which one of my videos would be the best for Pornhub, and I can't really see that. None of them are made with that in mind. That's for sure. So yeah, it's going to be like.
Have any of them got a slightly suggestive title?
How to Fall in Love with an Organ?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, that would draw some crowd. And then they would be like, what? He didn't even caress it. What the fuck? Yeah. Probably, yeah.
Do you have someone that when you're blowing into a recorder, that might...
Yeah.
The
thing is then...
No, this one fits perfectly. I built a 2-stroke coffee grinder. It's got
grinder in it. It got stroke.
Yeah.
I think that would get watchers.
But the thing is, though, I mean, the easiest is of course just to take one of the old videos. But I mean, as a video,
Giant love padlock.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
What I was thinking as well.
Yeah, then
the end of the L-corder.
You should. Yeah, but the padlock has been good. Like I would like to bring more romance into Pornhub. So yeah, that's
What would the local newspaper say about that one?
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, though. I can't do that because 2 minutes afterwards, Glenn gonna call that reporter.
Oh yeah,
he's on Pornhub now. You can do a follow up. And then it's of course local YouTuber goes Pornhub. And then
a lot of your titles you just need to miss one word out of. So your tractor video is called "Real Engine in a Toy Tractor." So just need to
a 2-stroke vibrator. That would. Yeah.
Oh, you're there, mate. You've already got the titles.
self-turning shoes.
You've got 4 parts on Real Engine in a toy.
Oh, Diplomatic 2000.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best title so far. Yeah. It really blows.
Oh, that
Petrol versus electric, who wins?
That would be, yeah. That is a specific part of that scene.
Two-stroke sex swing.
What about this one? The Hellcorder. Mounting recorders. I'll do.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
someone is going to be disappointed, but they might watch to the end.
I built a sex table with heating cables.
Then I have the Gerber leather pouch. Leather pouch in itself is...
Yeah, you have got How to Fall in Love with an Organ.
Yeah, I think that one is the most... that can mean a lot of things, yeah. I need to...
Norway's greatest achievement.
Oh...
I'm betting you're going to get a lot of downvotes.
Okay, well, the thing is, I need to... It's a brilliant idea. The problem is, what are the possible negative ramifications?
People who have dabbled into porn are kind of frowned upon from the rest of society. When it comes to hireability and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. On a personal level, I don't care. But if someone
at your kid's school,
or someone Googles me and it's like the first thing that pops up is Pornhub because that is one of the most clicked sites in the world. So even though I have a lot of hits on YouTube videos and so on, the first hit will always be that one video on Pornhub because.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
you can start slowly. Dice in every film. He has said sometimes that he has some of his top patrons are very much gay men who really, really like to see him in his workshop with the scenes when he don't have that much clothes on, because he usually puts some parts in when he's grinding just in a thong and that sort of thing, just to mess with people because he likes baiting trolls. And they are saying, yeah, if you ever start an OnlyFans, tell me about it. I want to give you some more money. That sort of thing. So it is clearly a market out there for semi-dressed males doing handiwork, so to say.
Yeah.
So just try to remove some clothing in your next video. See what happens.
Yeah, and then
I'll pay you not to.
yeah, that's the way I'm gonna make money.
Put it back on. Put it back on.
Put a shirt on, you have to pay me.
I can really see Haavard in a video just saying that he will take his clothes off, and then starts like unzipping the jacket, and then he starts talking and rambling and doesn't get to actually taking it off. So it's the slowest striptease in the world.
But to be fair though, we have always talked about how the maker community is very inclusive and we support each other. And to be fair, doing porn, it's a craft. It's not for everyone, and you're using your body, and it takes skill and practice to be good at it.
Yeah,
and you are a content creator. So, but I've seen very little content creators at Maker Central, Skapet Festival, and so are they marginalized? Are we not as inclusive as we think? Should we have a porn star or a porn creator on as a guest at some point, and who should it be? If any one of our listeners have not a suggestion, we need you to actually know someone we can put on as a guest, and send us a DM. And
it would be really fun to hear a talk by adult creator, so to say. How do they make videos and
and
social media interaction?
That would have been a bloody brilliant episode. I mean, not focusing on the porn bit, just the making part of it. It might turn out that they are thinking just the same as us. All right, you have to do this, and then you have to stop because you have to move the camera and you have to put on the lighting. And God damn it, I forgot to charge the battery for the microphones. We have to go back and do that. And like, I'm pretty sure that they have some of the same struggles.
I mean, yeah, creativity is always.
Okay.
I got a lot to think about.
Apparently.
And on that note, I think we'll call it a night.
Was this the weirdest episode so far? It's up there at least.
Who knows?
It's up there. I mean, it's not the weirdest, but it's very specific to a certain genre in the maker community. That's for sure.
I'm sure there's some crossover there somewhere.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.